In this instructional video you will learn how to add coins manually to Merlin. Adding a coin manually to Merlin is not that difficult to do. You are going to need several pieces of information. Let's take a look at what you're going to need to get started. To add a coin to Merlin manually, you will need 6 pieces of information. Item number 1. You will need to know the asset symbol or ticker. For example, if you were going to add Bitcoin, you would need to know the ticker symbol, which is BTC. If you were going to add Cardano, you would need to know that the ticker symbol is ADA. You would then add that in the symbol box. Item number 2 is the quantity of coins or tokens that you purchased. This will be known as the quantity in Merlin. Item number 3 will be the type of transaction it was. Was it a buy, was it a sell, or was it a deposit? You will need to tell Merlin what type of transaction you did. Item number 4. You will need to know the exchange or wallet where you purchased it on, or where you keep it today so you can keep track of it. Item number 5 is the purchase price that you paid for it. This is probably the most important piece of information. You want to make sure you know the average cost of your purchases, to make sure Merlin displays your portfolio average gains and losses correctly. Item number 6, and the final piece of information you will need, is the date purchased. If you do not have all this information readily available, the good news is the exchange that you purchased it on should have all this transactional information. You can go to the exchange and download the information, or just view it on your screen and write it down. We would recommend writing it down on paper or putting it on a spreadsheet, so you have it saved for tracking and tax purposes. Now that we have these 6 pieces of information available, let's walk through an example of what it would look like to add a coin manually to Merlin. For example, let's say that our asset ticker symbol was XRP. That is going to be the symbol. The next piece of information we need to know is the quantity. In this example we are going to say we bought 1,500 coins. The third piece of information we need to know is the transaction type. In this example we are going to say that this was a buy or a purchase. The fourth piece of information is the exchange or wallet. In this example we are going to say that we purchased this on the Kraken exchange. The fifth piece of information is price. In this example we said that we purchased XRP at 58 cents. The sixth piece of information is the date purchased, which we show was on December 10, 2022. At this point, we have all the information we need. Now let's launch the Merlin app and see how to enter this information manually into the app. When you first launch Merlin, if you have not added any assets, you will see a message that says, "You have not connected any assets yet." You can add assets in 2 ways. You can click the Add Wallet or Coins button in the center, or you can click the Add Assets button in the upper right. Let's click the upper right. We can now add assets manually or connect automatically. We will show you how to connect an exchange or wallet to add assets automatically in a different instructional video. In this video we will show you how to add an asset manually. Click Add Asset Manually. You will notice there are 6 pieces of information or boxes that come up. This is where we will enter those 6 pieces of information we gathered. The first one is the asset symbol. In our example, we said we had purchased XRP. Click in the symbol box and type in the letters XRP. You will notice, in the drop-down list there may be several different options for the asset you typed in. There might be multiple ticker symbols with the same letters, so be very careful and check to make sure that the asset symbol you selected matches the name of the coin you purchased. In this case, XRP is the ticker symbol. XRP is also the name of the coin, so we are going to click that one. The next thing we want to do is click the quantity box and enter in the quantity of tokens we purchased. In our example, we said we purchased 1,500 tokens, so we are going to type 1,500 in this box. The next piece of information we need to enter in is the transaction type. In our example we said it was a buy, so we will click Buy. You can simply click on this drop-down menu and select the different options as well. The next thing we need to add is the exchange or wallet location. In our example, we purchased it from Kraken. So type in Kraken. If you have removed your coins off the exchange and are using a ledger Nano, you can simply type in Nano or whatever you want to call your ledger. For the purposes of this example, we will leave it as Kraken, since that is where we purchased it. The next piece of information is the most important. You want to make sure the purchase price of your coins you enter into Merlin is always accurate. In this example, we purchased them for an average price of 58 cents. Enter 58 cents in the box. The last piece of information to enter is the date. Click on the calendar. We purchased it in December of 2022. Select the year 2022. Then select the month of December and click on the 10th. Once you have all this information entered, just verify that it looks correct. If it does, you want to come down here and click the Save button. You will notice now that the fields have been cleared and the assets have been saved. Click here to view the asset page. You will notice we now have added our first asset to Merlin. Here you can see we added the ticker symbol, XRP. Next we see the 1500 tokens. Here is showing the current price of XRP. This shows your daily gain, today. It will also show your total gain or loss that you have on the asset depending on when you purchased it and the price you purchased it at. The most important piece of information we see here is the average price. We paid 58 cents. The total amount that we paid $870. Based on today's price, we can see the total value is only $588. Now that you have added the asset, you can also view it up here in your exchanges or wallets. If you click on Exchange, you will notice the Kraken exchange that you added is here. It shows you have one asset, and it shows what the total gain and losses of that exchange are. If we click on the exchange, we can see here that it is showing us the one coin we have added, XRP, and the total value. If you should need further help or assistance with Merlin, you can always click on the help icon below. By clicking this icon, you can chat with our representatives and send them a message. You can also call us during live hours, and we would be happy to assist you with more personal help. We hope you found this video helpful. Thank you for your interest in Merlin. It's the smartest way to track your crypto.